And understand something else. You're not going to feel motivated every day. That's normal. But that's not a reason to stop. You're supposed to feel amazing all the time. You're supposed to keep going anyway. Motivation fades. Discipline doesn't. Motivation is a feeling. Start building habits. And while you're building, remember to protect your peace. You don't need to explain your routine. You don't owe anyone your schedule. You don't need to convince anyone why you're working late, why you're skipping parties, why you're not always available. Stay quiet. Stay focused. You're not doing this for attention. You're doing this for freedom. You're doing this for strength. You're doing this because your life deserves better than the bare minimum. There's a kind of pride that comes from being consistent when nobody was looking. That you've been improving without having to show off. That you've kept your word to yourself even when it wasn't easy. That's the kind of pride that builds real confidence. Not fake confidence based on likes and views. Real confidence that comes from showing up again and again. Eventually people will notice. But by then, you won't need their validation. You already know who you've become. And that's the goal. Become someone you're proud of. Didn't quit. Someone who stayed true to the work. Someone who made a decision and followed through. You don't need a louder voice. You need a stronger routine. You don't need more opinions. You need more time with your goals. You don't need to talk about your vision. You need to live it. Step by step. Day by day. In silence.
How many times you go to the gym?
0. If you want to get toned, do military workouts, not the gym. Yeah.
Because the best work you'll ever do will be the work no one sees. And the best version of you will be built in the quiet hours, far away from the noise, the pressure, the opinions, and the distraction. Work quietly, every single day. And when the time is right, your results will say everything. Chapter 3. Moving and start doing what really matters. Stop moving and start doing what really matters. That's the point where life begins to change. Not when you convince people, not when you impress people, but when you decide you don't need their approval anymore. Most people waste too much energy trying to be liked, trying to be understood, trying to be accepted, but none of that moves your life forward. None of that builds your future. The truth is, you don't prove anything to anyone. You need to make progress. Quiet, steady, personal progress. That's what matters. Trying to prove yourself keeps you in a cycle of seeking permission. You explain, you post, you update, you chase recognition. But here's what really happens. You slow down. You lose focus. You forget why you started. Because now you're not doing it for your growth. You're doing it to be noticed. And that's where the downfall begins. When you care more about being seen than becoming better, you trade progress for performance. That's how people get stuck. You don't need to announce every step you take. You don't need to be right in every conversation. You don't need to be understood by everyone. That's not the goal. The goal is to improve, to evolve, to fix
You can pull back, man. Oh, good, man.
And do something about them. That doesn't require noise. It requires action. It requires
Look at this shit.
It requires you to stop pretending and start working. The world is full of people who talk a lot but do very little. They dress the part, they speak the part, but nothing in their life changes. That's because they're focused on image, not growth. They're addicted to looking like they're winning, instead of doing the work that actually builds a win. If you want something for yourself,
We have
stop
news at 10
trying to be
o'clock.
happy. Stop trying to be impressive. Start trying to be real. Start trying to be effective. Doing what really matters means cutting through the distractions. It means getting serious about your time. It means you look at your daily habits and ask, are these helping me get where I want to go? And if the answer is no, you change them. Not tomorrow, not when it's easy, now, because your life isn't going to wait.
Order filled.
Goals are going to build themselves. You either
Fuck out of there, bro. I want to see if I can hold price all the way to that's £100 then. I've got a macro now. I want to see if price can just keep expanding to the 212. Seven four. I really want to see price trade all the way to this 4 hour favorable gap at the top side. Got 10 points to go.
Order filled.
I'm gonna close all right there. Because the news is about to come out. I'm gonna be looking for price to maybe retest the open. That's one win and one loss so far. Let's see though. Let's see if price can retest the midpoint of the 30. That would be nice.
It looks like sacrificing now to live better later. And most of all, it looks like saying no